Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond Toy Tales. My code is now getting better, but the voice is gonna be a little bit rough. And for today projects, I gonna assemble and I think a little bit of painting for V Gundam. I have a Sasami work car already, and his opponent is Amuro in the V on New Gundam. I still don't get it why they cut the part that they tell which runner to use. Why they cut it out? Why? It's so helpful. Why, Bandai? So the body part is now complete. It took me an hour, I think, more or less an hour, and the mechanic is quite handful. So it took me quite a while. So as you can see here, you just unlock from the back like this and pull it out, and you can see all the green particle that hide behind all the white color over here. And for the upper part, we just slide it on. Slide it off like this. So the head part is now finished, but the only downside I see for this is how fragile the I don't know what this part called, but it's very thin. The plastic is really thin and quite sharp. Not sharp to the point that you can cut yourself with it, but it's quite sharp and very fragile, so be careful. But overall, all the mechanic that put it together very solid, and I like how fit it is. Nothing loose, so very good. And this part can move just a little bit. Normally it can't, but this one can. So I found a little bit of problem, and as you can see here, I already fixed it, but maybe you can see on the camera on this part on the right side over here, it already breaking off, and I just glue it together. Can you see the mark over here? It's quite hard to see, but yeah, it just break off, and it's quite hard to pull this part off. This part over here is quite hard to pull it off. I need to just spread all the gray part out and then pull it off, make it more easy. All the mechanic inside is to slide in, and it's quite hard just to pull it off. It's a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is when you do it like this, it's quite hard to get pulled off, and the bad thing is it's also hard to pull the piece out and do the color. Okay, the arm, two arms is already done. I don't want to touch this side of the arm much because of the broken piece on the side that I told you. It kind of gets stuck a little bit, but I, but it's still holding up. So I don't want to touch it much. So let's see on this side. The mechanic is the same even though on the side is different, but all the mechanic is the same. So they're gonna hide all the green part like this. And then when you want to you see it, you pull on this. And then you're gonna see here. And then over here you pull it down. It's gonna show up. It's quite hard to see on the camera, but it's still looking good. I didn't do a sticker or paint anything yet, so it's not gonna pop up much. Okay, now is the shadow part is now done. Nothing much except for the color scheme. As you can see, I think this one is a white piece, but turn out is a light gray. This middle part, so I need to do a little bit of separating the color. First, I think I just gonna paint it white, but second thought, I think the light gray part is gonna pop out a little bit more after I do all the paint and do the outline and color all the pieces. And for all the mechanic of the shadow part, you just pull it off like this. And the moving part is here. You can move up and down. Oh, just broke off. It's okay. Yeah, but the moving part is only this. So I forgot to put in this part and these two part on the side, on the shoulder part, and I just talked about it. I didn't see this and I forgot to do it. So anyways, let's continue to do the leg. So I already finished assemble the leg. Let me tell you, the leg part of new Gundam Work is something else. Okay, all the part that I expect to be is different. Normally the part just need to be connect something in the middle, but here it's like something in the middle here, something in the middle here, and then put it together. And all the booster part, so cool, right? It can pop out 1, 2, 3, and everything. And to open the green part, to pull it up like this, and here, here, and here. So as you can see, the height is a little bit different. As you can see here, the height of the leg is a little bit different. Let me show off. As you can see, this side a little bit taller. And let me tell you, the leg of the new Gundam, very good, very detailed, and a lot of part to do the detail for, and a lot of hidden detail too. So good. And it took me like 3 hours, around 3 hours. I didn't do a straight work. I mean, I stopped here and there to do something else, but I calculate by adding up all the time on the OBS is around 3-ish hour. So after I finish assemble the backpack, this is all I know about. So it can change between this part over here to this side, and it's for the beam saber to put it in. But I think the beam saber that can put it in here, I just gonna put it on the display, I mean on the hand. So I'm not gonna put it in, so I just gonna change it to over here. And for all the mechanic and moving part, so first is here, and this one is quite loose. This part, I don't know if it not fit well, but this part is flat, but this is still have a gap here. Yeah, so it have a gap here, but this side have a flat, so I don't know. So one that can move here, and two the same, and the third one, and this one I don't know why it can move. I don't know it yet. These two parts that can move over here. Assemble the waist part and the bottom part that they separated. So let us say about the movement of the mechanics and some thing that I don't like and like about this. First of all, the mechanic is simple, same as every gunpla that I have assembled. You know, the waist can move, this can move, this can move. Nothing special about the waist part. And for the good thing that I like about it is the color separation, because it's not just one color like all white. It have a mix of color like gray here, white here, red, and light gray, white, and yellow or something like that mixed together. But the only downside of this piece that I'm gonna say is this small thing over here, the yellow part over here, is quite easy to get loose and then lost, because I gonna show you the footage, right? I try to put it in and then I do a little check like this, and it just keep getting out. So that is just one downside of it that I can find for now. Other than that, everything snap fit. The color theme is great, and a lot of hidden thing that can paint later. Like for example, the gray over here, the gray part can paint to maybe copper, dark gold, or something like that to assemble the heat exchanging pipe or something like that. So after finish assemble everything, let's see for each one. The first one is a beam saber in the left hand, like this. You can put it in like this, and then you pull it out. Oh, after you put it out, if you want to put it in, you have to apply this a little bit, and then put it in like this, and then put it here, out, and then you slide it on to lock it in place. This is a clever design. I like this one a lot, but even more than that is this one. I never see a beam saber that have this design before. It have really special design and have a guard on the handle. And then for the beam rifle, nothing special, and the color look too plain for my taste, but after all I gonna paint it to make it more pop out. No mechanic, no moving part or anything. And for the shield, nothing much to say except for the behind. It have this long tube. I don't know which for, but I think it's for something. And this one is a missile like in the cartoon. I mean, this is a missile like the anime that can shoot out from the shield. That's a clever design. Let me see if my theory is correct. So, is it for a beam saber? Appear to be so. So, like a beam saber that the shield that can put out a beam saber, that's a quite genius idea. And then for the bazooka launcher, have a moving mechanic like here, and the handle, and it stuck to the backpack. If you not in use, you can put it here. Quite hard to put it in, but it's still there. It's there. First I thought why they like have a gap in the middle, but now I know that just to put bazooka in the middle. So okay, after I finish assemble the funnel, the mechanic is good, but I think it's not gonna hold up well. As you guys can see here, it kind of feel wonky in the hand. If you shake, you can see it shaking a lot because it have a joint like this. Just the teeth here and here when you put it in like this. It snap on, but it's not secure enough for me to feel secure about it. And the mechanic of the funnel is very simple. When you want to connect with another, you use this side of the teeth, but if you want to get connect to, you just put it down. Quite hard to pull, and then push it down, and then it's gonna have a lot of teeth in the middle, as you guys can see here. But if you put it up here, not gonna have a teeth for the funnel to connect to.
Deep in the shadows, a mystery voice is calling out my name as I'm burning in the flames.
So after assemble and everything, so I want to paint it, but it have some issue because of the humidity. As you guys can see here, 75% is too high for doing anything. So I just wait for the day that it come like 50 or at least 55 or 60% humidity. Something higher I cannot do the airbrushing. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.